and good afternoon, or good evening, or even good morning, whatever time you find yourself watching this video. Welcome back to the channel. Life is hard. Don't complain. Today, got something I saw and I was like, ooh, that looks big and mean. Let's get it and see. And go, it is big and it feels mean. Look at that backspacer. Perfectly lined up. Closed length is almost 5.5, but right around 5 1/4, a little bit more than 5 1/4. Let's weigh it. Weighing in at 8 ounces for a folding knife, 226 grams. And what it's by my new friends at T.Kell Knives. This is their CW folder. It's a blemish, but we'll look and see where the blemish is. About 3 5/8 on the cutting edge. Ergos are super grippy, jimping. Top of the blade spine. It's a button actuated lock. Smooth action, not if you just use the button, it's super fast. Boy, that blade is stout. I'll do a flyby. G10 handle. Looks to be a reversible pocket clip. Big old spine. So it is a tip-up carry. Let's see how combat deployment works. Took a little bit, but not too bad. Little attitude adjustment glass breaker on the back. Total length of this big guy is just short of 9 1/4. It is a nice folding knife. Nice and sharp. Got some small piece of paracord, cuts through that very easily. Get a piece of paper. Pretty darn sharp. Not the sharpest in the world, but I bet you we could make that happen, make it sharper. I really am impressed. All this texturing makes for ergos. Now I'll say this knife, while it's got all these textures and you can really get your hand gripped in there, it's a little harsh. The scales are very square, even though they have some edge removal on there. If I grip this super tight, boy, I can feel it dig into my fingers right here in particular. So that there's room for, like, this is a big stout knife. It's made with VG10 steel, which is pretty darn cool. I don't have many knives with VG10 steel. Big old torques on the pivot and the back of the scale. So I really like this knife. nice and easy going with the locking mechanism is nice and strong. We're just gonna hit it with a little wicket clean really fast. I don't think it will need a bunch. Nah. This is just to take off some packing gradu. A little bit of corrosion. Yeah, this was bought this on TKELL's Whatnot stream, and it was said it was a blemish, but to be honest, I don't see the blemish. So I won't complain about not being able to find where the blemish is. Don't see any obvious scratches on the blade or the handle scale. Interesting. Well, we got a sort of a plunge button lock that locks up nice and solid. Action is good. Could be faster, but not bad. It's a very grippy handle. I like this knife a lot. This is a large, at 8 ounces, this is a stout knife. I think this was originally part of a Kickstarter, and retail on this, there's none available right now. I think the retail was $250 or something like that. I did not spend $250, but for what you get, this was right at $100. This is a heck of a bargain because it is a big overbuilt, like I like. You know, I'm into my overbuilt knives. One-handed action is easy. Like we said, combat deployment is easy. Really nice. Now, real fast, since we really hasn't had VG10 on the channel much, let's just talk about it really fast. VG10 is a stainless steel, Japanese stainless steel from Takefu. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's been around a long time, around late 80s, early 90s. And a lot of people don't know this, but VG stands for V Gold, as being a gold standard, while there's other iterations of steel. VG10 was the 10th iteration. And so what's in it? Let's talk about its composition. The carbon is 0.95 to 1.05 carbon. It's got 14.5 to 15.5 chromium, so it's very stainless. It's got 0.9 to 1.2 molybdenum, which gives it that improved strength and resistance to pitting, and makes it, they can get a decent HRC on this. It's got 0.1 to 0.3 vanadium, which allows you to get a good sharp edge and retain some of the edge integrity. It's got 1.3 to 1.5 of cobalt, which helps in the tempering of it. You can get really high heat treat without the steel kind of softening on you. And it's got traces of manganese, silicon, phosphorus, and sulfur. So these are typically heat treated from 58 to 62. It has great edge retention. It's rust resistant. And for a stainless, it's a good, tough steel, and it resists the urge to chip like a lot. With molybdenum and vanadium, it's going to have a nice wear resistance for abrasive stuff. And it's not hard to sharpen. It's relatively easy, but you have to get a good high quality whetstone to do it. It's commonly found in kitchen knives, and Spyderco had VG10 for quite a while, and TKELL likes to use VG10. I think it is a very nice slicey steel. Once you get a strong edge on it, it lasts for quite a while. And with a simple hone, like so, you can get that edge like a razor again in no time. So, nice, thick, stocky knife, just like a lot of the pocket knives you see on the channel. I like this guy a lot, and for the price I paid for it compared to retail, I'm super satisfied. I believe one other thing as far as the pocket clip goes, I am not sure, but this pocket clip, I don't know if that's titanium or not. Anybody out there have a TKELL CW folder and could tell me what the pocket clip is? I appreciate it. Really, really do. Very nice knife from TKELL up in Ringgold, Georgia. Thanks, guys. This is really, really cool, and I look forward to getting deeper and deeper into the TKELL lineup. With that being said, we'll leave it here. Let you guys take one last look at this TKELL CW folder. If you like this video, hit the like button, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. We're growing and growing fast. I'm super happy about that. So until next time, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. You guys take care out there.